What is up, guys? Neely Gaming, aka Neeler here, for my very first YouTube video, full-length YouTube video. Posted some reels sporadically, not consistent, but I've never actually done a full-length, proper YouTube video, and today that changes. So, what are we gonna do today? Well, we're gonna do a tutorial on squad battles. Random, I know, I'm an NHL player, but I've actually been playing a decent amount of Hunt this year, and stay consistent with it. And last week, I did my first full squad battles run, and it was very successful. I got a lot out of it, and I was just demolishing the AI on Superstar. And no, that's not a brag. People do that week in, week out, no problem. But if you are one of those people who are struggling with the Superstar AI and you're not hitting that 5-goal, win by 5 goals, and you're hitting your 20 shots, which is what you need, by the way, to max out your squad battle points. You need to win by 5, get 20 shots. That guarantees your maximum points so that you can climb up the standings a lot faster. So, the goal of this video is to help those people who can't quite get there, might be having trouble, maybe can't figure out what goals to do, or whatever it is. I'm also going to help you maximize your efficiency in things aside from squad battles, but that you can do within squad battles, aka objectives, and with the rewards you get from squad battles, I'll combine with what you're going to get from your objectives. You're going to have an insane team by the next week. Like, whatever you have now, if it's not put up to par to where you want to be, you will have exceeded that by the time you're done with this video. And so let's get into it. I'm going to show you what to do in terms of goals, how to set up your team, how to score very easily. There's going to be a few different ways. I want to give a quick shout out to Lazarus Esports along with Warrior Hockey for the sweater, hat, and the beautiful shirt underneath as well. And all the equipment as well. I've been enjoying it greatly, and highly recommend. Highly recommend. Are we ready? Let's get into it.
So I ended up finishing in the top 100. Could have easily finished higher, but I did mess up on the shots a couple times because, well, it's a long grind and, well, I got distracted. So first thing you're going to do is go to your squad battle sets, because you do get a bunch of silver collectibles, and these are all the sets that you can do. There's a bunch of different ones. So I got 17, so I'm going to use 16 for the Jumbo Elite Pack. We'll get that done. And then I have one left, so there's a 2-player pack. We'll just put into that, and we need all the gold players we can get, right? So there's 2 packs right there on top of what you already get. So the Jumbo Elite Player Pack, which has 18 80-plus overall players, and 20 in total. So then there's a Jumbo NHL Players Pack, you get 2 of those. This one, there's 10 80-plus overall players with 20 in total. Jumbo Elite Pack, which is what we use for the set, so 11 80-plus overall players with 20 items. And the 2-player gold pack. So lots and lots of stuff here. So the 2 gold player pack, again, it's a lot of just random stuff, you know. It's just players for sets. Like, there's nothing crazy for that one. It was just getting players for sets. So the Jumbo Elite Pack is the first big one. 11 80-plus overall players. So an 80. Nothing crazy here. Like, it was a bunch of 80s. A jersey, the Kachuk in 83, so that's good for the collectible sets. An 84, which is another good one for the collectible sets. An 82, and celebration, another celebration. So not a whole lot. Nothing crazy in this pack. I mean, the 84 and 83 are good though. Like, if you're doing sets and stuff to get power-up collectibles or whatever, like, they're great for that. So are the 82s. The 82s are what you want to use as well. They're way more efficient than using 80 overalls and 81 overalls. So here's the other pack. This is the actual pack you get from it, not the one you redeem from the silver collectibles. So start with a 79, 80, 77. Another 80. I don't think there was anything crazy in this pack either. But again, it's just you're trying to get players for sets, whether that's team builders or power-up icons, whatever you're trying to use them for. It's just a matter of getting all these players into your collection so that you can build players, make your team better, right? I will show you guys something after, though, that will give you some crazy stuff if you haven't already done it yet. So again, nothing crazy there. It was just a bunch of 80s, mostly, and nothing too crazy. Start with Corey Perry, though, my man. Yeah, it's a pretty typical pack. Nothing crazy. So the 83 there is nice. I'm gonna wait on that before redeeming it, because if they win, it gets it goes up to an 84, which means you can get 2 collectibles from like the prototypes or gallery of greats, whatever you want to use it for. 84 Marchand, I'll save that as well, because if that goes up to an 85, you get 3 collectibles plus a pack. So, you know, pretty good stuff there for collections. All right, here's the big pack. So an 80, that could go up as well to an 81, but that doesn't really matter. So I only use the collectible sets for 82s or 83, 84, 85s. I don't use them for... I don't use the 80 or 81 version of it. It's not worth it. Because actually 82s cost less than the 81s and 80s. It's really weird, but they do. For the most part. So again, nothing crazy. So there's an 84. That's great for the set as well. And then a couple more 80s. So here's what my team was before. You know, pretty decent. And then here's what it was after my squad battles run. So very big difference. Now let's get into the objectives, okay? So fantasy hockey objectives. If you have not completed these, this is a great time to do it, and I'm really going to show you a great reason why you should be doing these after. So all you need is prototype players to complete these. I haven't completed all of them, but we're almost there. Prototypes, same thing. You'll get a bunch of stuff. You can use them for the prototype collectibles, for power-up collectibles, whatever. So another great thing to have that you can complete while doing squad battles. Gallery of Greats, another thing. I didn't really do it because I didn't have any players. So, you know, that's another thing. But if you do have the players, you can easily complete those objectives as well, and they'll give you a bunch of stuff. So, power-up icon objectives are big in this one, and so are X Factor. So if you have power-up icon players and X Factor players, put them in your lineup, along with prototype players like these guys. I had 4 of them during the entire run. Now all I did was put them on my 4th line, so whenever I was up big, I'd put them out and try to get objectives. So here's why you need the fantasy collectibles if you haven't done those objectives already. Here's the fantasy event set, okay? And if you still have collectibles, go to the ultimate pack set. You will get a bunch of 86s, 85s, 84s, whatever. It's a huge set, very useful. Alright, so now for the most important part of this, because you can't get those rewards if you don't win, or if you're not scoring enough, you're not getting enough shots. So the easiest goal right now is actually off the face-off, and it works. This is 3 times in a row. You win it back, you go to D, the center will just go through the middle, backhand, forehand, backhand. Remember this, backhand, forehand, backhand, you will score 95% of the time, okay? Sometimes the center will get caught and he'll start making out with the other center. It happens, just let it be. Don't know why it happens all the time. But, guess what? Same team. Look at this, look at this. Again, backhand, forehand, backhand. It's by far the easiest and most efficient way to score. Just don't be discouraged if your center wants to make out all the time. Alright, so you didn't get the face-off goal. Now what? Now you're going to get the puck back, okay? And you're going to do this. Sit here on the boards. Wait till they come. Circle around them. Bang. That'll likely be your most common goal, and that's completely fine. Just make sure to turn on time because they're very horny. And I mean like, real horny on the boards.
Oh my god, pin me, daddy.
So really, you're kind of just circling around the corner. Like, I bait him here, I get around, but then there's another guy there. Sometimes that'll happen. Sometimes you'll need to bait the first guy so that you can bait the second guy. And it can be a little hard because sometimes they'll come and hit you or whatever. And another key thing is, when you're going towards the net, you get the stick handle away from the net and then back towards it, because it'll cause the goalie to get stuck on the post or do a poke or something like that. So watch here, backhand, forehand. So get the stick handle away from the net and then come back to the middle. So watch here, just bait them around, backhand, forehand, in. And you can do this from any side with any handedness, like literally works no matter what. I find it's easier to score on the backhand, but it's easier to bait if you're a lefty on the right, or vice versa, and you can put your back to them, have your stick out to the left, and then you can spin right, or if you're right, you have your stick to the right and you can spin around left. It's just a lot easier of a motion, but I find it's harder to score on your forehand coming out like that, because they actually programmed the goalies to be better on the forehand.
So that's it for today's video. I hope this helps you. Let me know how you do compared to previous weeks. If this helped you at all, leave a comment or whatever in whenever the next squad battles is. All my links are my profile, TikTok, Instagram. I have thousands of followers on there. Again, I'm not a YouTube guy. It's my first video. So actually, speaking of that, leave a comment. Let me know how I did, what I can do to improve, and if this does all right, I mean, I might make this a regular thing if I can find the time. If you have any requests for a video you want to see, let me know. Maybe I'll make it happen. Until then, though, thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Just trying something new. So any feedback, positive or negative, perfectly okay. If I sucked, I sucked. If I did well, I did well. I just want to know, and then that can go into future videos. All right, see you guys.